available interior work surface to work it out up front, plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
Better start saving up for that one, kid.
Everyone deserves a safe, clean place to call home, where children can grow and thrive. At National Community Renaissance, we are addressing our nation's housing crisis, building in tough neighborhoods, and creating communities that support academic achievement, economic mobility, and improved health. With an integrated team of professionals, National Core is transforming lives and communities in California, Florida, Texas, and Arkansas. To learn more, visit nationalcore.org.
Good evening and welcome, everybody. I personally have been waiting 8 long months to say what I'm about to say. I am beyond excited. The smile on my face is ear to ear. Welcome to Ontario, California, and welcome to beautiful Toyota Arena for tonight's matchup between MASL newcomers, the Chihuahua Savage, and Ron Newman Cup finalists, the Ontario Fury. My name is Christian Philly Philemon, and joining me this season once again is my good friend and colleague, the man who has a PhD in personality, the Dr. Jonathan Reimer.
Philly, my friend, it is such a pleasure to be back here with you. You know what, my friend? It is the most wonderful time of the year, and you know why that is?
Why is that?
That's because MASL action is coming at you live from Toyota Arena, and we are so happy to be bringing the Ontario Fury action back to you at MASL TV land.
You're darn right. There's fans in the stands and excitement in the air as we're about to witness two teams take their first journey, their first footsteps, if you will, on the pathway that will lead them to a Ron Newman Cup. Now, the Ontario Fury had the best postseason run in franchise history. They were this close to hoisting a trophy here in Toyota Arena. But with 54 seconds left to go in the minigame, Cesar Cerda of the San Diego Sockers put the kibosh on that plan. However, what the Sockers did was unleash the fury, if you will, on a hungry pack of wolves. They are coming into the season strong, fit, and ready for a hashtag championship-bound season. But standing in their way is a very formidable Western Conference, the Tacoma Stars, the defending champion San Diego Sockers, and, of course, tonight's newcomers, the Chihuahua Savage.
Well, the Chihuahua Savage are coming off an incredible 2019 season, Philly. They went 12-0 in M2. They ran the table undefeated. An impressive plus 84 goal differential. In those 12 games, they scored 134 goals, but only gave up 50. Not only have they brought back the majority of that roster, Philly, they've been able to add some Liga MX all-star talent by bringing in players from both Los Herrones de Mexico as well as the Monterrey Flash.
You've got 7 players that come in from Monterrey and Sonora. And the players to watch out for as far as Chihuahua is concerned. Number 99, Enrique Quique Cañas, a man who during the 2019-2020 season happened to find the back of the net on 33 occasions, notching himself 10 assists. You also have from Monterrey, you got Hugo Puentes. And of course, another defender, you've got Roberto Escalante. There's a lot of all-star talent on this Chihuahua Savage team.
Well, you haven't even mentioned El Toro himself. Of course, Alejandro Leva, a former MASL Rookie of the Year, a 2-time finalist. My goodness, Philly, this team is stacked top to bottom. They've put together a Mexican all-star team. It's going to be an impressive performance. Now, can they put that all together? Can they bring in players from different teams? Can they challenge themselves to rise above M2 to that M1 level of competition? How are we going to be able to check all these egos from so many great teams? I have no idea what's going to happen, and I'm sure all of you out there in MASL land are eager to see what Chihuahua's bringing to the table tonight.
They, too, have a formidable opponent in front of them. Facing them here in Toyota Arena, you've got Frank Tayu, a 4-time MASL MVP. You have Justin Stinson, a first-team All-MASL. Clayson DeLima, goalkeeper of the year, and he is the backup to a former MASL keeper of the year, that and Chris Toth. We have Berto Palmer, defender of the year. We have so many outstanding players here on Ontario. Both sides have all-stars. It's going to be an action-packed game, a track meet, if you will. I can't wait. The first game of the season for both squads. I know there's a lot of people out there on MASL TV that are dying to see what the Chihuahua Savage bring, and of course curious as to what the Ontario Fury bring, and we're happy to bring the action to you live tonight from Toyota Arena.
Well, it's going to be a fantastic game tonight. I'm sure all of you out there are eager to see both what Chihuahua's bringing and, of course, what this new Fury roster looks like. Of course, we have the subtraction of Charlie Gonzalez, but the amazing addition of Willie Spur, and my goodness, he has looked fantastic in preseason so far. You have hashtag Superman in the Stinger. Of course, Nestor Hernandez, Chicago's finest, who's also played a heck of a preseason game. The combination between him and Justin, oh, I can't wait to see this happen, Philly.
We can't wait. Look, Willie Spur is going to make people ask Charlie who. This is a stacked lineup. We're bringing back a lot of players. It's going to be exciting. Also, keep an eye out for Emmanuel Aguirre, who we just signed recently from the San Diego Sockers. Look, this is going to be a fantastic game. We can't wait to bring you the action live tonight from Toyota Arena. Once again, MASL newcomers, the Chihuahua Savage, taking on the Ontario Fury, and we will be back in just a couple of moments.
Well, Philly, welcome back to Toyota Arena as we see the boys entering the pitch. How are you feeling to kick off this season?
I've got goosebumps. I'm excited. I can't believe it's been 8 months since we were last back in the booth. Again, we're watching the Fury against a brand new team in that of the Chihuahua Savage. And there's a storyline that not a lot of people are talking about. MASL just started recently, and I wanted to give a shout out not only to Frank Tayu, but of course to Kansas City Comets legend Leo Gibson. There's a race to 400 MASL regular season points. I know Frank doesn't necessarily have that on his mind. He's at 388, Leo's at 387. But there's a lot of exciting things going on in outside stories as opposed to what's going on the field. But everybody here is tuned in to see what Chihuahua brings. Everybody's tuned in here to see what Ontario says, what's going to bring. We're gonna be silent for a second for the national anthems.
And now it's time for the presentation of the colors. Presenting tonight's colors, recruiting station Riverside. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to observe a moment of silence for Marine Lance Corporal Dylan R. Marola. Thank you. Now, please remain standing as we honor America and those fighting to maintain our freedoms with the singing of the Star Spangled Banner performed by Sergeant Evans.
By the dawn's early light, was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
What a spirited performance of the national anthem in honor of the local boy fallen in the 13, Ura Semper Fi. The officials for today's match are brought to you by Capelli. Capelli is the official uniform sponsor of the MASL officials. Today's officials are crew chief Kia DePana, our referee Brian Elliott, assistant referee Steve Gill, our fourth official Joseph Salinas. Inside the penalty box we have Daniel Sobieski and George Nojim.
8 long months. It's been 8 long months since there was any kind of live indoor soccer action in Toyota Arena, and I can't believe this season is here. Again, we want to welcome the Chihuahua Savage. As we said during the pregame, this is a team that's within its infancy within this league. In 2019, they made their debut in M2. They went undefeated, as Jonathan said, 12-0. Goals for 134, goals allowed 50, goal differential of plus 84. They were undefeated. It turned out that they were going to go back to M2. But an article written in July indicated that they were going to be in MASL as a result of a transfer of ownership from Sonora to Chihuahua. And if history does repeat itself, look, Sonora was an exceptional team during its infancy. They had a stellar record, 17 wins. They made it all the way to the finals, losing to the Baltimore Blast. The following season, the same thing happened. Made it all the way to the finals, again losing to the Baltimore Blast. Chihuahua has that in the back of their minds, and nothing would please them more than to not only do the same thing that Sonora did, but to surpass their Mexican comrades. But to do so, they've got to get through a tough Western Conference, and they have to get through a very tough Ontario Fury lineup.
Well, speaking of history, Philly, this is the historic first game in which the Ontario Fury will be playing with the brand new flight ball, expertly designed for the indoor game. We are so excited to be bringing the new MASL ball right here to the booth for you. On behalf of Flight, challenge everything.
We have a meeting of the captains in the midfield. Of course, our captain, longest tenured member of the Ontario Fury, Israel Cisse. For those of you who don't know, at 17, he left high school to join the LA Galaxy. In fact, Israel Cisse was locker neighbors to that of David Beckham. He has been part of the Fury forever. Last season, us performing the way we did, we could argue that we could have overcome the hump of that Ron Newman Cup if Izzy was fully healthy. But Izzy, what we've seen in practice, what we've seen during the preseason, Israel Cisse came to party. And starting along with them, welcome back Chris Toth. We saw his father Zoltan earlier in the elevator. We have Uzi Tayu, Justin Stinson, Frank Tayu, and it looks like Jesus Pacheco rounding out the starting lineup for the Ontario Fury. As far as the Chihuahua Savage are concerned, we've got Hugo Puentes. We have Adrian Miller. I think I saw Brian Macias. They call him Flaco, trying to get a read on the rest of the players for the Chihuahua Savage. Look, I'm excited, Jonathan. MASL is back here in Southern California. We can't wait to go. Again, everybody out there, thank you for tuning into this broadcast. It's the Fury. It's the Savage. We're moments away from this kickoff. Let's get ready to rock and rise with Fury.
Oh, man, I'm so excited to see what this Chihuahua Savage team can do. So excited to see these new faces on the Ontario Fury and how they perform tonight, Philly. My goodness, the anticipation level is through the roof right now in Toyota Arena.
There's plenty of people that will argue that these are the teams that are going to come through the Western Conference. We have the kickoff, and here we go. Justin Stinson coming down the line, finding some space. Off the boards, it's Frank Tayu with the rebound. Knocked out by Chihuahua, Uzi Tayu. Kicking it over to Izzy. Back to Chris Toth. I know there are a lot of people that are happy to have Chris Toth back here. I know there's a lot of people in Tacoma that aren't happy that Chris Toth is back here, but we certainly are happy to have him here in Ontario.
We got surprised by Zoltan Toth right as we opened the elevator door this afternoon. My goodness, what a face to surprise you.
Of course, a legend in the game, Zoltan Toth, San Diego Star. He's got his name up in the rafters there. Israel Cisse passing the ball to Jesus Pacheco. He is marked by Roberto Escalante, a player to watch out for on Chihuahua. Izzy dumps it into Frank. Frank off of the boards to Justin Stinson. Justin Stinson resets. Passes the ball back out to the midfield to Israel Cisse. Got a line change for the Fury. We see Emmanuel Aguirre, and we see number 7, George De Leon, sporting a new number. George last season was 17, rocking number 7 this season. Thiago Gonçalves. Off of the boards to George. He is marked. Good defense by number 15, Gerardo Alan Durant on Chihuahua. League veteran Adrian Miller passes the ball back out to Durant. That ball gets dumped down low. Off of the boards, picked up by Berto. Berto, the reigning defender of the year. Look at it, Nestor Hernandez. Marking 99, Enrique Quique Cañas. That is a player to watch out for, folks. A man who has no problem finding the back of the net, as he has done so on 33 occasions during the 2019-2020 season.
Twice Philly in the running for Player of the Year. 3-time finalist. My goodness, what a player Quique is.
A lot of players on the Chihuahua Savage to watch out for. Willie Spur, newcomer to the Ontario Fury lineup. He was a rookie for the Tacoma Stars last season. Berto dumping it off of the boards. Abdul Mansoure. There's a shot high into the netting. That ball is going to come back. Goalkeeper distribution.
Well, Philly, goalkeeper distribution is certainly going to be the talk at the beginning of this season. With the new rule 12-12 that is in play, the keeper can only touch that ball one time with their feet. A lot of work for the referees, but a lot of action that's been created as a result of this futsal rule joining MASL. I'm excited about it for one.
If we see more goals, that's all the more reason to be excited. Topete passing the ball off of the boards to Justin Stinson. Stinson, pressure by Hugo Puentes. That ball gets intercepted. Puentes with some space. A pass picked up by Chris Toth. He launches that down right to Frank Tayu. He's marked by Valle, Arturo Valle. Kicked out by the keeper. Picked up by Topete.
That was a big moment here early on, Philly, as the Fury are able to stymie the 2-on-1 attack of the Chihuahua Savage.
That's Frank Tayu trying to find some space. He takes a shot. That ball gets blocked. Picked up by the Chihuahua Savage. 12 minutes and 2 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. We are coming to you live from Toyota Arena. There's a counter. Frank Tayu trying to create some space. He has a shot. Picked up by number 33, Brian Macias, a.k.a. Flaco. There's a whistle on the ball. We have a foul. It looks like it was on Jesus Pacheco. That ball comes back to Chihuahua.
Brian Macias, El Flaquito, the skinny one, for those of you who don't habla the Espanol.
Nobody hablas the Espanol on this broadcast better than you, Doctor.
Well, I wish I was more fluent. We are going to do our best tonight to attempt to pronounce these names correctly. But by all means, if we miss a spot, please let us know, folks.
Ivan Munoz, the keeper of Chihuahua, launching it down low, trying to find his teammate, David Gonzalez. There's a shot. We have a whistle.
Looks like a handball against Chihuahua there just outside the box. Going to be a free kick for the Fury. As we see on the replay here as the ball comes down, just tries to control it down to his feet with the left arm there.
Chris Toth crossing the yellow line. Lets it rip, trying to find his teammate, George De Leon, but that gets picked up. Intercepted by Israel Cisse, kicks it back to Chris Toth. They can do that on one occasion. Chris Toth launches it out to Tayu. Tayu, marked heavy by Adrian Miller. Back out to Israel Cisse.
Well, there's a classic example of the new rule right there. Cisse having to play backwards as Frank has no option right now to play it back to the keeper. He's got to come forward, Philly.
And we're both teams looking like they're getting a feel for each other, trying to test each other out. That ball gets picked up. Chris Toth, off of Uzi, Tayu. Israel Cisse picking it back right up. Passes the ball out to Justin Stinson. Tayu doesn't have the numbers by him. He's trying. Runs over Adrian Miller. Stinson picked up by Tayu. He kicks it out wisely back to Thiago Gonçalves. Thiago, marked by Manuel Morales. Out to Berto, the reigning defender of the year. He is marked by Puentes. Nestor Hernandez. He is trimmed down during the offseason. He is in fighting shape this season, folks.
He had a heck of a performance combining with Justin the Stinger Stinson in our pregame last week, Philly.
We said Stinger to Superman on multiple occasions last game. Willie Spur. That ball comes off of the boards to Berto. Oh, we got it. That looked like a handball. Whistle on the turf.
Pretty clear handball there as the ball bounces up. We'll catch it on the replay here in just a second. Certainly looked like the Rock got an elbow on that one.
How do you say rock in Spanish, Jonathan?
That's a wonderful question, Philly.
Well, we'll stick with rock until we go to the Googles. Justin Stinson on the restart. Or Emmanuel Aguirre, rather. Passes it to Stinson. Trying to create some space. Passes back to Aguirre.
I'm pretty sure it's La Roca, but I'm going to have to look that one back up.
Gonçalves on the ball, marked by Quique Cañez. That ball gets knocked out by number 15, Durant. We have Chihuahua on the counter. Ruiz passes it out. Chihuahua resets.
One of the storylines, Philly, that we talked about prior to this game was how physicality is going to play an effect in this match. And it certainly appears at the onset as though the Fury are the much larger team physically. However, this Chihuahua team is known for their speed and technical prowess. And how is physicality going to match against finesse tonight?
And there's a shot off of the boards by 17, Alan Pantera Valenzuela. Chihuahua, another tip, Quique Cañez picked up. He has a shot. We've got a goal. Chihuahua, their very first goal of their historic franchise, 1-0 on the Ontario Fury. Let's take a look at the replay. Quique Cañez on the ball. He passes it out to his teammate. He has a shot at it. We've got a goal, and it's Chihuahua opening the scoring line here tonight in Toyota Arena.
Enrique Quique Cañez. Of course, he's been to 3 MASL finals. This man knows the league very well, and he's the first one to find the back of the net tonight.
A player to watch out for, a 3-time MASL finalist. Man was in MVP contention for a couple of seasons.
He was a finalist for Rookie of the Year as well, too, and he's proven it again tonight.
The visiting Chihuahua Savage, congratulations on your first goal of your MASL lives, and congratulations to Quique Cañez on his first goal for the Chihuahua Savage. Pacheco passes it out to Christian Alvarado, Loyola Marymount's finest. Out to Topete. Topete to Pacheco. He catches a little bit of pressure. 8 minutes and 32 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Abdul Mansoure catches the ball right off of the boards. Passes to Alvarado. Alvarado to Pacheco. Aguirre marked by Macias. Flaco out to Topete. Topete launches it into Mansoure. They like to call him London, folks. Why? Well, because he's from London.
Chelsea boy that he is.
Goal in the mini game for Fury. He is an exciting young man. He is in his sophomore campaign for the Fury.
He had a fantastic goal in that Game 3 mini game of the MASL Finals last season. Hoping to see more of that this year from Abdul Mansoure.
Off of the boards, picked up by Chihuahua. Mansoure to the keeper, back to Munoz. He lets one rip. Intercepted by Uzi. Stinson. Good footwork by the young man from St. Charles, Missouri. Looking to create some space. He has a shot. Saved by Munoz. Good shot by Justin Stinson. Munoz there to pick things up. Stinson, a player to watch out for on the Ontario Fury. A little bummed, Jonathan. During the preseason, he had pink hair. He went back to the yellow. Intercepted by De Leon. Passed out to Tayu. Back to De Leon. He has a shot that comes off the left. And we got a shot from Stinson off of the boards. Rebound back to De Leon.
Couple great chances there from the Fury, just wide in both efforts.
Very close. Munoz sweating, having to thank the boards for his saving. Tayu with some space. Flaco marking him. Nice pass to Stinson. Deflected out by Miller. Back out to the captain, Israel Cisse.
We saw twice in about 10 seconds there Frank Tayu being double-teamed against the boards. Uh-oh.
Picked up by Hugo Puentes, but we have a whistle on the field.
Looks like another handball against the Savage.
Let's take a look at that replay yet again.
All of these highlights and many more are going to be available on MASL Primetime this year. MASL Primetime is the home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the MASL each week. Catch the latest episode each Friday on MSL TV with Alex Bachuvansky.
Certainly enjoy the first episode. We got a media timeout, 6 minutes and 31 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Chihuahua Savage up 1-0 on the Ontario Fury, and we will be back after a couple of moments with these commercials powered to you by Ford.
Available interior work surface to work it out up front. Plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
Better start saving up for that one, kid.
Welcome back to Toyota Arena. Don't forget, MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, standing, and in-depth features. Bookmark the page now so you don't miss a note. MASLsoccer.com.
We have a shot by Topete. That ball gets blocked. You saw the commercial for Archibald's. Jonathan and I happened to stop by there before the preseason game. Fantastic food at Archibald's.
We had a tasty burger, Philly, that's for sure.
We certainly did. Make sure to head out to Archibald's when you get an opportunity. That ball gets picked off. George De Leon on the boards with Puentes. Hugo Puentes, a player to watch out for. Berto picks things up. He's got some numbers. Tayu on the ball. Picked up by Miller. Trying to create some space. He has a shot blocked by Miller. Gonzalez. Thiago dumping it down to Pacheco. Jesus Pacheco, another player to watch out for. I think he's going to have a breakout season. Young man from Riverside. From Northridge. I stand corrected. Off of the boards, that ball finds its way back to Munoz.
He's from my neck of the woods, representing the San Fernando Valley.
Chihuahua picking things back up in the midfield. Valenzuela passing it off. He catches the ball back. Pantera with the ball, passing it to Cañez, the goal scorer of the match. Good pressure by the Fury. Pacheco pressing on Cañez. Off of the boards, picked up by Tayu. Tayu utilizing the boards, trying to create himself some space.
It seems like every single time Frank touches the ball, he's got two players on him.
Emmanuel Aguirre to Pacheco. Back to Thiago Gonçalves. And Frank's going to see that kind of pressure all season long. Flacco with the ball. Frank Tayu bodying him up. Whistle on the turf.
Well, that's exactly what the Fury are going to have to do. They're going to have to leverage that physicality against Chihuahua if they're going to try and get back into this game. Obviously, one goal is absolutely nothing in MASL. Still a lot of game left to be played.
And we were expecting a track meet today. Again, both teams getting a feel for each other. Chihuahua trying to find their way against the Fury. The Fury trying to test Chihuahua.
Well, there is snow on the San Gabriel Mountains overlooking beautiful Toyota Arena in Ontario, California. It was the coldest day of the year here in California, a frigid 40 degrees. Everybody busting out their puffy jackets and furry boots, Philly. It's negative degrees in California terms.
It might be cold outside, but it's certainly hot inside a Toyota Arena.
Well, hopefully this Fury offense warms up here pretty quick.
4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Chris Toth passing the ball out to Topete. Topete. Marked by Valle. Back to Chris Toth. Dumping the ball down low, trying to find Nestor Hernandez. Munoz. Off of the boards. Chihuahua on the counter. Flacco with the ball in the midfield.
Topete getting a round of applause from the faithful here in Toyota Arena for that defensive performance.
You know, we talked about Nestor Hernandez looking like he's game ready, fight ready. Topete, too, looking really, really good. These boys have been working tremendously hard throughout the course of the offseason. Off of the boards to Ruiz. Marked by Mansoure. That ball comes out. Good defense by the young man from London. Restart for the Fury. Israel Cisse there to pick things up. Chris Toth dumping it down low to Mansoure. Mansoure pressured. Picked off by Chihuahua. Mansoure. Savage picking things up. We've got a counter. Ruiz, you're not going to get many balls when you're chasing down a ball on the boards against Uzi Tayu. Uzi Tayu, a veteran of this game, a professor, if you will, of this match, of this game for that matter. Israel Cisse to Uzi. Uzi finding Willie Spur. Willie Spur from Evergreen State College. He's a rookie last season with the Tacoma Stars. A welcome addition to this Ontario Fury lineup.
Speaking of people who have added to their physicality over the offseason, a completely different-looking Willie Spur this year in his sophomore campaign, Philly.
He looked fantastic during practice and during the preseason. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of great things from this young man from Tacoma. Oh, good move by Tayu. Tayu with a shot. Boom! Golazo! Frank Tayu opening up his scoring account for the Fury. Let's take a look at that replay once again. Pacheco to Tayu, utilizing the boards in his favor. One heck of a move. He has a shot. Munoz doesn't have a chance, and just like that, we've got a 1-1 ball game, Jonathan.
Well, the King was never going to be kept off the score sheet in any game. Beautiful piece of work there against the boards. Absolutely breaks the ankles of Cesar Ruiz, slots it in just to the side of Terry Munoz, and we got ourselves a brand new ball game, Philly.
We expected this to be a tightly contested matchup, and we're seeing that unfold right before our very eyes. 1-1, Fury Chihuahua, less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. We got a ball game. We talked about Jesus Pacheco earlier on. This is his third season with the Ontario Fury. Again, we are expecting big things from the young man from Northridge. Great assist, finding Frank Tayu, 1-1. Nestor trying to get by Miller. Good movement by Miller. By Nestor. He tries to find Justin Stinson. Picked up by Munoz. Minute 23 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
Well, we saw a little hashtag Superman and the Stinger right there, but just got away from them. The connection between those two players is going to be essential for Fury's success this season.
Ball finds its way to Macias. Punches it back down to Miller. Miller down to Valenzuela. Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter.
The dulcet tones of John Spire ringing throughout Toyota Arena here, letting us know we are down to the final few seconds of this first quarter.
So nice being back at Toyota Arena. So nice seeing fans in the stands. Munoz launching one down low off of the boards into the netting. That ball is going to find its way back to the Fury. 42.1 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 1-1 if you are just tuning in right now, folks.
We got a brand new beautiful flight ball being thrown onto the field. Once again, brand new ball this season, the official match ball of the MASL, designed and produced by Flight, expertly designed for the indoor game. Flight is the premier partner of choice. Flight, challenge everything.
And we were around last season. We saw the ball then. We saw the ball this season. This one certainly has a lot more grip, and we could say far less slippery than last season, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. The texture on the ball this season to help improve the technicality of players.
Alvarado to Topete.
It's designed to bounce in an indoor arena a little differently than a normal soccer ball might. It's obviously a different size and a different weight and turgidity to the ball this year. It's a little heavier, a little denser, trying to keep the bounces at a normal level.
Alvarado finds Tayu. He heads it to Aguirre, but that gets picked up by Chihuahua. 6 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Chris Toth with the ball, passing it out to Alvarado. And there's the buzzer. That is the end of the first quarter. Ontario Fury 1, Chihuahua Savage 1. Fine first quarter. We will be back in just a couple of moments with the start of the second quarter. We're going to commercial break. Thank you for tuning in to MASL TV live on YouTube.
Available interior work surface to work it out up front, plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
As we catch some highlights here from the first quarter of action at Toyota Arena, we see none other than Enrique Quique Cañas opening the scoring for the Chihuahua Savage with a beautiful little 1-2 and finds the back of the net there. And then, of course, Ontario Fury coming back. We got some play out to the boards to Big Frank Tayu, takes on his man and absolutely dekes him, finds some open space, cuts back inside, and boom, fires it off the post and in, and we have ourselves a 1-1 ball game, Philly.
Do you think he heard us talking about the competition between him and Leo Gibson, the race to 400? I don't know. Leo's certainly looking good these couple of games, but Frank Tayu, I know he reads his stats. I know he pays attention to these things. He's going to be hot on the trails of Kansas City Comets, Leo the Legend Gibson. But this has been an exciting game, 1-1 after 15 minutes. I couldn't expect anything less between these two teams.
If you want to keep up on everything that's going on in Gibson versus the King, make sure you pay attention to MASL social media. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook, Instagram, and, of course, MASL Arena on Twitter. That's where all the action's going to be coming at you from. We got a little intimate moment there, Philly, between your better half, Amanda the Panda Philemon, and, of course, the family of our fallen Marine who is being honored tonight, Ura Semper Fi, local boy, a member of the 13 soldiers who gave their life for this country. Beautiful moment down there on the pitch.
Dylan was from this community, a big fan of the sport of soccer, and our heart goes out to him and his family. God bless our military veterans. I mean, they enable us to, do what we do. And I see my wife, who's also a 15-year combat veteran, down on the field with Dylan's family, and it's a heart-wrenching moment. God bless them. God bless the military. God bless the USA.
It was a very, very powerful rendition of the national anthem we saw here today as Stryker is out there getting everybody warmed up for this second quarter. Our match officials have placed the ball in midfield and looks like we're getting ready to go, but a touching moment here at Toyota Arena.
There's been a question asked in regards to what kind of an animal Stryker is. Is he a cougar? Is he a mountain lion? Is he a big old house kitty? One way or another, Stryker could bite your head off. And that's all I will say about what he is. But in case you're wondering, he is a mountain lion and not the Stockton cougar kind.
Well, I believe cougar, mountain lion, puma are all the same thing, Philly.
Either way, it's a big house kitty, that's for sure.
Well, whether or not he's going to have his ankles bit by the Chihuahuas or he's going to be sinking some claws into them is what remains to be seen throughout the rest of tonight.
We might have a striker sighting here in the booth. We certainly had him during the playoff match against the Dallas Sidekicks last season.
Yeah, he was passing out free massages in the booth. I'm kind of hoping he pops back up.
I'll tell you this. A massage from a mountain lion doesn't sound like a very appealing thing.
As a person who has encountered mountain lions in the wild before, it is a terrifying experience, and I much prefer the striker version to the real thing.
Fair enough. Hugo Puentes lining up here in the midfield. About to start the second quarter in just a couple of seconds. Whistle's blown. We're off to the races for the start of the second quarter. Ruiz back to Munoz. Munoz lets one launch, trying to find Puentes. Puentes marked by Tayu, picked off by Spur. Spur off of the boards to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to find teammate, picked up by Flaco. Brian Macias. Love utilizing the nicknames. That ball comes in down low, off of the boards, never mind, off of the netting. That ball finds its way back to Chris Toth, goalkeeper distribution.
We got some great nicknames on this Chihuahua Savage team. One thing I love is that their liner notes seem to include all of these wonderful nicknames. Pilo, Cabrito, El Pantera, Toro, The Rock. There's so many good ones across the entire team here.
They all sounded of that. When you said The Rock, it didn't necessarily sound like it was a nickname that belonged amongst the many that you had just stated, but hey, I'll take it.
We have confirmed La Roca, by the way, is the Espanol there.
Aguirre, marked by Macias. Tiago to Frank, the king, trying to find space, shot, blocked. Off of the boards to Berto, picked off by Puentes.
Beautiful.
Good footwork by Hugo Puentes.
Beautiful block there by Jorge Miklo Gonzalez.
Berto, the defender of the year, passes to newcomer Emmanuel Aguirre. He's a man who played in the Atlas Youth Academy. Atlas, who had a bit of success over the course of the past weekend.
Of course, the Liga MX champions, speaking of things south of the border.
Tiago Aguirre. Back to Gonsalves. Ball gets deflected off. It looked like it was deflected off of Puentes. Back to Berto. Happy to have Berto back here in the Ontario Fury lineup. He passes the ball off to Topete. Back out to Berto in the midfield. Off of the boards, picked off by Escalante.
Of course, those deflections are all the more important to note this season, with that allowing for the goalkeeper to once again touch the ball this year.
There's a ball coming off of the boards to Justin Stinson. Stinson, the stinger himself, passing the ball out, resetting to Topete. Topete out. Looks like it is what? De Leon on the ball. De Leon to Stinson. Stinson threading a needle, trying to find Tayu. Whistle. Foul on Puentes.
For those of you looking at this Fury squad and wondering where Mike himself, Maicon de Abreu, is, he is enjoying an extended honeymoon down in Brazil right now. We are looking forward to him rejoining the team next month.
Maicon, we want to wish you all the best. God bless you and your beautiful wife, Brenda. Look, for those of you who don't know, Maicon will be back, just waiting on some paperwork. Maicon, if you can hear us, we love you. We can't wait to see you back in red and black.
And
Gonsalves, there's a shot by Aguirre into the netting and into the goal, but obviously that is not a goal. 12 minutes and 42 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Munoz to Miller. Passing it out. Intercepted by Alvarado. Alvarado on the counter, passing it out to Stinson. Stinson crossing the yellow line. Off of the boards. Picked off by Miller. Willie Spur unselfishly passes it off to Stinson, but that gets picked off by Chihuahua. Spur back on the ball. Nice pass to Alvarado. Alvarado off of the boards, picked off by Chihuahua. Cisse and Gonzalez running to find things and reset back to Toth.
Great run of a couple seconds there in possessions by Willie Spur. Again, folks, you are going to love what you're going to see from him in Ontario Fury this year.
Mansoray off of the boards. Near goal from the young man from London. Willie Spur with Miller on him. Off of the boards, picked up by Munoz.
Almost had a golazo there from Abdul Mansour. Chelsea boy so close to finding the back of the net.
And you as an Arsenal supporter, rooting for a Chelsea man, that's an interesting turn of events within its own right.
Well, I'm sure you love the fact that we destroyed the Hammers today 2-0.
We won't talk about that. Oh, there's a shot off of the boards, picked up by Chris Toth.
Beautiful, beautiful keeping there by Chris Toth, the Iceman Toth himself.
You got to keep an eye out for Hugo Puentes, one of these players on Chihuahua, coming in from Monterrey. His last season, he had 22 goals on the season, 10 assists, 32 points. The Fury cannot leave him by himself.
Toth once again calmly keeping the ball, throws it with his hand forward, so he is still allowed one more possession. Smart move there by the veteran keeper.
Thiago Gonçalves. Chris Toth crossing the midfield. Some footwork. Passing it out to Hernandez off of the boards. Blocked by Munoz. Pacheco. Picked off by Chihuahua. Hernandez. Numbers are not in his favor, but he sticks with the ball. There's a whistle.
Great run of play right there by the Superman. Able to maintain possession when it was 3-on-1. Able to get the whistle as the contact comes in.
We played a game last season. We're going to play it again this season. That's what color shot by Topete. What color Under Armour Superman jersey is Nestor Hernandez wearing this season? We've been taking bets. And obviously you can bet coming this season with the sponsors that we have going on in MASL. What do you think Nestor Hernandez is rocking under his Superman shirt?
Well, normally I take a little sneak peek down in the locker room before the game, but I have to admit I am clueless tonight, although with the white kit, I feel like it would be easy to tell if it was something else underneath, but I'm really hoping we get a chance to find out, Philly.
There was a lot of collusion last season. I don't trust you when we're making these kind of bets. Stinson pressuring the ball. Chihuahua finds its way out to the midfield. Macias. Back up top to the midfield. To Valenzuela. Valenzuela passing it off. Down low. Picked off by Tayu. Tayu on the counter. Tim and Stinson 2-on-2. Frank to Stinson. Stinson creating some space. Shot blocked. Munoz kicking it out. Back out to Berto. Berto crossing the midfield. 9 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. If you're just tuning in right now, the Ontario Fury are deadlocked with the Chihuahua Savage, 1-1. It's Frank Tayu who scored the goal for the Fury. It's Enrique Kike Cañez scoring the goal for the Chihuahua Savage.
Two guys who are certainly familiar with the back of the net here in MASL.
They found it on multiple occasions. De Leon to Cisse. Cisse to Aguirre. Back out to Cisse in the midfield. Good pressure by the Chihuahua Savage. That ball comes back from Cisse to Toth. Toth off the boards, trying to find Tayu. The King pressured by two Chihuahua defenders. Out to Alvarado. Alvarado with a shot that gets picked off by Chihuahua. Gonzalez back out down to Munoz. 8 minutes and 14 seconds left to go here in the first half. Off the boards to Cañez. That's not the man you want with the ball. He tries to chip a cheeky shot over Toth. Toth was there saying, not in my house.
Almost caught Toth outside the box there. He was clever enough to step back before he went up for that ball. Such a veteran presence there. For those of you wondering, why Chris Toth and not Clayson de Lima, last year's goalkeeper of the year? Well, there's a classic example of his veteran savvy right there.
Mansour trying to find De Leon. Picked off by the Savage.
Savage so far doing a really great job of clogging those lanes. As a turnover.
Thiago, that ball, great defense by the Chihuahua Savage. That was the go-ahead. Fantastic defense by Chihuahua on the counter. There's a shot. Saved by Toth. Mansour out to De Leon. De Leon back out to Uzi Tayu. Tayu marked by Cañez. Back down to Chris Toth. Toth trying to find Nestor Hernandez. Back down to Uzi. Uzi with it to Willie Spur.
Smart play against the boards once again by Nestor Hernandez, just stopping the movement of the ball when he didn't see the player available.
And there's a shot by Stinson, picked off by Munoz. Stinson knocking on the door of the Chihuahua Savage. David Gonzalez on the ball, marked by Willie Spur. Back down to Adrian Miller. He passes it down low to Alan Pantera Valenzuela. Into the netting. That ball is going to find its way back to the Fury, and we're going to have a goalkeeper distribution. Media timeout. 6 minutes and 31 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. The score is 1-1. We will be back after a couple of short moments and a commercial powered to you by Ford.
Available interior work surface to work it out up front, plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
Everyone deserves a safe, clean place to call home, where children can grow and thrive. At National Community Renaissance, we are addressing our nation's housing crisis, building in tough neighborhoods and creating communities that support academic achievement, economic mobility, and improved health. With an integrated team of professionals, National Core is transforming lives and communities in California, Florida, Texas, and Arkansas. To learn more, visit nationalcore.org.
We would like to give a special shout out to Frontier Communities. Your hometown builder is a proud sponsor of the Ontario Fury. We don't just build homes, we build communities for generations to live, enjoy, and love. Your dream home is our mission every step of the way. Learn more at fhcommunities.com. FH Communities joining a list of great Ontario Fury sponsors helping bring in this MASL action to you. Joining up with groups like Team GoGo, Foothill True Value, the Ontario PD, and the Ontario Inland Empire Chamber. We would like to thank all of our wonderful sponsors for help bringing the indoor action to you.
And that indoor action is loud and proud here in Ontario, California, not to be confused with Canada. Tayu with the ball, marked by Miller, trying to find Pacheco. Ball gets deflected, back up to the capable feet of Johnny Topete. Topete out to Pacheco. Pacheco marked, out to Berto. Good defense by Chihuahua. Ball gets deflected off by Flaco. Berto catches some pressure. Good composure by the veteran who's in a sophomore campaign with the Fury, coming to us from the Kansas City Comets. Justin Stinson.
Shouts to all our friends over with the Missouri Meteors. Nick, Eric, we know you guys are listening. We love and appreciate you guys.
We love Eric Bergard. We love Nick Vasos. We've got a foul on the turf.
Oh, Philly, it's our first Smurf sighting of the season.
Smurf time! And if you're not aware of what Smurf means, Smurf is what we are referring to as a blue card. Why? Because there aren't too many things that are blue in this world other than Kool-Aid and Smurfs. And that's how it is, and that's how we're going to play it.
We've got Smurf turfs in the league, and now we've got our first Smurf sighting as it looks like Berto's heading to the sin bin.
And we've got our first power play of the matchup.
Well, we said that the Fury are going to attempt to use their physical dominance over the Chihuahua Savage in this game. Berto getting a little bit too handsy that time.
Let's see what the power play is going to look like, or what the penalty kill is going to look like for the Fury. Last season, they completed a 46% penalty kill. We'll see what this season looks like for them. Hernandez marking Macias. Macias dumping it down low to Cañas. Cañas passing it out. Shot by Puentes, saved by Toth. Izzy trying to clear things out. Ball finds its way over to Escalante. Escalante marked by Cisse. Macias to Escalante. Escalante crossing the yellow line, back to Macias. Puentes, marked by Tayu. Escalante. Minute 17 to go here in the power play. And there's a shot. We got a goal. We've got a power play goal by the Chihuahua Savage. We have a power play goal by Hugo Puentes. 2-1, Chihuahua. Let's take a look at that replay once again. Fantastic goal by Hugo Puentes.
Well, as we can see, the ball cycling around at the top here, just comes back down against the boards and just right off the knee of Toth. Looked like he almost had it covered. Got a deflection off the left knee there of Toth, but just couldn't keep it inside the post.
Hugo Puentes, nicknamed The Rock, a former Orlando Seawolf. Shout out to them. Monterey player last season, well, the season prior. Again, scoring 22 goals in his campaign with Monterey. Between him and Cañas, there's a lot of goals that those two players can score. These are two of the three players that we mentioned that the Fury need to look out for. They have the 2 goals for Chihuahua. It is 2-1, Chihuahua Savage. 4 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Well, Hugo La Roca Puentes knows himself some championships. Not only won the championship, of course, in 2019 in M2, he's also been a champion of 7-a-side in both national and world club tournaments, and of course won the scoring championship in his own Chihuahua State Championship.
Look, for those basketball fans out there that have heard the story about Michael Jordan getting cut in high school many a times, Hugo Puentes got cut from the El Paso Coyotes in 2016, 2017. He came back out the following season and took care of business, making Player of the Week on multiple occasions. Great story from the young man from Chihuahua, and I got nothing but good things to say about him. De Leon picking the ball off, passing to Willie Spur. Spur. Out to the midfield to Alvarado. Alvarado to Gonzalez. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Alvarado finding Frank Tayu. Tayu marked. That ball coming in off the boards. Back to Tayu. Chihuahua intercepts. Frank on the ground. Flaco passing the ball out. There's a counter for Chihuahua. Willie Spur there to pick things off. Passing the ball back out to Chris Toth.
Great read by Willie Spur, cutting off the pass there.
Alvarado to Aguirre. Good defense by the Chihuahua Savage. Cisse picked off by Puentes. Out to Macias. Macias marked by Cisse. Cisse pushing things out. Ball finds its way back out to Puentes. Puentes back out to Flaco. Flaco passing the ball down low to Arturo Valle. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Aguirre picks things off. Back out to Stinson. Stinson to Tayu. Fury on the counter. Back out to Topete. Topete crossing the midfield. Finding Justin Stinson. Justin Stinson marked by Hugo Puentes. Trying to create some space. Stinson getting by Puentes. He creates some space. Blocked. Shot. Munoz there to pick things off. Pacheco. Pacheco, good defense, passing it back out to Frank's brother, Uzi. Uzi to his younger brother, Frank. Frank marked by Macias. Out to Topete. Topete with a shot off of the boards. Back out to Uzi. Uzi passing it back out to Topete. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Willie Spur. Back out to Uzi. Uzi crossing the midfield to his brother Frank. Frank to Pacheco. Pacheco with a shot. Blocked by Munoz. Munoz picking things off. We have a whistle down on the field.
Looks like Willie Spur tried to go in there with his right boot on the keeper. We're going to catch it in the replay here. Willie Spur just a little late in that as Pacheco comes forward, had a great attempt on it. The ball spills forward. Willie just comes in to try and clean it up and, yep, catches the right ankle there of Munoz. Whistle on the play.
Savage on the goalkeeper distribution. Topete heads that ball. Picked off by Puentes. Puentes passing the ball off of the boards.
Great work by Puentes there to work through the double team and still maintain possession.
Miller. Back out. To Munoz. Minute 37 left to go. Uzi heads the ball. Off of the boards to Munoz. Goalkeeper distribution. Munoz lets one rip to Puentes. Puentes creating himself some space, getting past Uzi Tayu. A ball, just threaded through. Close call.
Beautiful feeding pass there. No one at the other end.
Good pressure by Willie Spur. Miller. Passing it out to the midfield. Minute and 6 seconds left to go. There's a collision. Uzi Tayu colliding with David Gonzalez.
Well, Gonzalez definitely got the worst end of that physical battle.
I'd hate to bounce off of Uzi. Uzi, one of the biggest players on the turf. Berto out to De Leon. Less than a minute to go. 46 seconds, in fact.
Shouts for too many men from the Chihuahua Savage there as the Fury almost caught in a line change.
Gonçalves passing it out off of the boards to De Leon. De Leon back out to Gonçalves. 30 seconds left to go here. Tayu marked by Miller. Off of the boards to Gonçalves. Good defense by Miller from Chihuahua. Berto. 18 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Will the Fury get a shot off? Can the Fury hit an equalizer? Stinson on the ball.
10 seconds.
Creating some space. He has a shot. Off of the boards. Into the netting by Thiago Gonçalves. It's going to come back to the Chihuahua Savage. Goalkeeper distribution. 4.7 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Munoz lets one rip. There's a shot off of the boards by number 6, Jorge Gonzalez. And that is the end of the second quarter and the first half. The Chihuahua Savage have the edge on the Ontario Fury with a score of 2-1.
Surprisingly, a low-scoring effort so far. So far, all the games we've seen this season have been pretty high-scoring affairs. Defense has been the dominant force here in Toyota Arena so far, Philly. What are your thoughts on this first half?
I mean, it was an exciting first half, great defensive effort, but just like you were saying, I was expecting a track meet, several goals to be scored, but again, both teams getting a feel for each other, 2-1. It's a competitive matchup. It's still anybody's ball game, but yeah, I did expect a much high-scoring game than what we have right now.
Well, we are going to certainly see a lot more goals in the second half as these two teams attempt to find themselves. Obviously, first game of the season, a little bit of rust that's got to be kicked off. Expect these teams to find their offensive boots in the second half, Philly.
Of course, 2-1, exciting scoring line. We're taking a look at the highlights right now. It's Frank Tayu finding some space, taking a shot on Munoz, the first goal of the game for the Fury, first goal of the season for the Ontario Fury, and for Frank Tayu. Taking a look at it again, utilizing the boards in his favor. What a fantastic shot by the king himself, wielding his mighty scepter. And now we're taking a look at Chihuahua, Hugo Puentes, a shot getting past Chris Toth. It is 2-1.
Chris Toth looks astonished that this goal goes in. He thought he had it covered. Just the perfect angle.
He had his hands on the ball. And Chris Toth not getting tested as much as we would have thought, but neither is Munoz. It's been a fantastic game. Again, the scoring line 2-1 in favor of the visiting Chihuahua Savage. And we will be right back after a couple of seconds. Commercial, we'll be back in a few moments.
Available interior work surface to work it out up front, plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
Better start saving up for that one, kid.
Available interior work surface to work it out up front, plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
I'm here with head coach Jimmy Norberg, and we just want to get your thoughts on the first half so far.
Sloppy. I thought we were very sloppy. Defensive pressure was low. Missed some good chances to score. I didn't think our offense was very good. Hoping in the second half we could actually clean it up a little bit.
I was going to say, coming into this game, we knew we didn't know a lot about the Chihuahua Savage. You guys have had a chance to kind of feel them out. What are your thoughts going into the second half, knowing that you have a little more information on them now?
They're working hard. It's a hard-working group, and they're definitely creating problems for us.
All right, no doubt. Let's send it back up to the booth.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, Panda. We certainly appreciate you, Panda. Thank you so much. All right, we certainly appreciate you, Panda, my beautiful wife, Philly and the Panda. If you are an Ontario Fury fan, make sure you check out Striking Fury with Philly, the Panda, and the Doctor. Jonathan, we're coming into the start of the third quarter with a scoring line of 2-1, and it's the hometown Fury that have the edge in terms of shots compared to the Chihuahua Savage, 11-3. But it's the Chihuahua Savage that have the goal-scoring lead with 2-1. What are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think the Fury need to continue to excel in the physical game. They need to keep that pressure on the Chihuahua Savage, and they've just got to keep firing that ball. 11 shots in the first half is a great number. Certainly 11-3 is a great differential, but those shots just got to find home a little bit more. Something we expect to see early on, first game of the season. Guys don't necessarily have their shooting boots on just yet, but the Fury have got to find it here in the second half because the season's only so long, and points are points, and they've got to be stacked up at any point in time, Philly.
Points are points, and hey, these are two teams that we expect to have a lot of goals scored between the two. Between both teams, if we're looking at the goals scored, it's Frank Tayu that has the lone goal for the Ontario Fury. When it comes down to the Chihuahua Savage, their 2 goals are scored by Hugo Puentes and Enrique Cañas. We're starting the third quarter here. Things are underway live at Toyota Arena. It's Chris Toth finding Pacheco. Pacheco out to Israel Cisse. Good defense by the Chihuahua Savage. Izzy, a player that the Fury need to be operating on all cylinders. There's a shot off of the boards by Hugo Puentes. Another shot off of the boards. Escalante, that ball goes wide. To Macias, he gets by Stinson. Toth picks things up. Fury back on the ball.
Well, we can certainly see that the Chihuahua Savage have come out with some intensity in the second half. Frenetic pace of play so far for them, Philly.
Again, I'm amazed that we don't have more goals within this matchup. These are two high-powered offense teams. Nice backheel pass from Tayu. Aguirre on the boards, marked by 2 Chihuahua Savage defenders. Again, we expected a lot more goals. A track meet, if you will.
Well, something we've seen throughout the course of this season, Philly, is a ton of goals in every game, and I'm surprised that this hasn't lived to the billing so far.
It's still been an exciting game. It still is anybody's matchup. Tayu. Miller trying to push him out to Gonzalez. He has a shot off of the boards. Picked off. Oh, and there's the whistle. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Miller.
Looks like on the replay here coming at us, we got the ball centering out, charging in. Shot comes in off the glass. And then just getting a little too much of the feet there coming through. Looks like it's number 5 on the Chihuahua Savage. That's Adrian Miller charged with the foul, and we've got a beautiful opportunity for the Fury here.
Foul on the 28-year-old former player from Sonora. It's Gonzalez with a shot. Boom! Golazo! We've got a tie ball game here tonight in Toyota Arena. It's the King wielding his mighty scepter, equalizing the game. 2-2. Let's take a look at the replay. The Doctor.
We got a reset coming right here. 2 men setting up over the ball. Looks like it's going to be Topete, but then no. At the last minute, the ball comes into the King, and boom, he slots it home.
What a fantastic goal by Frank Tayu. That's his second goal of the game, second goal of the season. Leo Gibson, if you're watching this game, I don't know, man. might be Frank, the first to 400. We shall see. We got a tie ball game here tonight in Toyota Arena. Happy hump day to all of you joining us right now on MASL TV, live on YouTube.
Beautiful assist there by Thiago Gonçalves on the goal to the king himself.
Thiago Gonçalves, over the course of the playoffs, was red hot with his assists, notching 7 of them over the course of the offseason, leading everybody in that category. Willie Spur. Good composure by the young man from Tacoma. Nestor, the veteran. That ball comes off. Back to Berto. Berto out to Chris Toth. Chris Toth far off of his line.
Love seeing the keepers come forward. Nothing makes me happier than keepers getting involved in the offense.
You got to love that. This 5-on-5 action is highly exciting. Willie Spur. Willie Spur again, coming to a sophomore campaign in this league. Evergreen State College, Tacoma. He's got the ball, unselfishly passing it off. He should have taken that shot. That ball comes off to Pete, wearing number 11.
Looks like Willie Spur was trying to make some friends there on his new team. Should have just taken it himself.
Tayu with a shot off of the boards. There's the whistle down on the field.
That was a pretty clear hold right there. Frank contesting that should be a little bit more than just a whistle. As we see on the replay there, yeah, that's going to get whistled all day, every day.
Aguirre to Stinson. Stinson passing it back out to Gonçalves. Gonçalves to Stinson. Stinson marked by Puentes. Some space off of the boards. Ricocheted back to Aguirre. Picked off. And it looks like we have a whistle on the turf. We got an Ontario Fury player down. Is that Thiago Gonçalves?
Well, one of our officials had a blue card out. It looks like it's been put away. It's just going to be a whistle and not a blue card. Both teams seem to be protesting the call. We've got trainers out on the field. Ugly, ugly foul.
Hopefully Gonçalves is okay. He's still down on the turf. Gonçalves, a veteran of this league with the Ontario Fury for a significant period of time.
While we take a slight break from the action down on the turf, you can keep abreast of all the action in the MASL by following MASL social media. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook, Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter throughout the course of this season. And of course, don't forget to miss out on MASL Primetime, Philly and I's favorite show. MASL Primetime is the home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the MASL each week. Catch the latest episode each Friday on MASL TV with Alex Boschuvansky.
And let's give a shout out to Flight, the official match ball of the MASL. It's designed, produced by Flight, expertly designed for the indoor game. Flight is the premier partner of choice. Flight, challenge everything.
Absolutely beautiful game balls. Matching those Fury uniforms today, something we love to see, Philly.
And Thiago Gonçalves back on the Fury bench. Thankfully, he does not look like he's going to come out of tonight's matchup. And the restart comes back in the hands or the capable feet of the Chihuahua Savage. That ball comes in down low to Hugo Puentes. Puentes marked by Israel Cisse, the captain. Ball comes back out. Pass down to number 12, Arturo Valle. Good defense by Justin Stinson. Munoz dumping it down low, trying to find Puentes. Puentes again marked by Cisse. Out to Macias. Flaco passing it back to the midfield. Ruiz marked by Uzi. Off of the boards. Macias to Puentes. There's a shot. Picked up by Toth. 10 minutes and 56 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. That ball gets launched down low. Picked up by Tayu. Ball finds its way into the netting. It back to the Ontario Fury on the restart. Frank signaling his teammates to come back down in from the line change.
He was begging for a quick restart, Philly.
Aguirre. Shot. Deflected back into the netting. That ball comes in on a restart.
We're starting to see a little bit more of an accelerated pace here in the second half, Philly. Hopefully the goals start raining in as well.
Well, it's 2-2 at this point. Obviously, there is a sense of urgency with a quarter and some change to come. And there's a shot from Frank into the netting. Goalkeeper distribution back to the Chihuahua Savage. Munoz lets one down low, lets it rip. Took Jorge Gonzalez. Gonzalez marked by De Leon. Gets by De Leon. There's the whistle. Clear foul on De Leon.
Something we've seen from the Chihuahua Savage in a lot of their possessions, and something I think we're likely to see throughout the course of the season, Philly, is that long ball down into a corner thrown from the keeper in order to try and avoid that pressure coming in with the new goalkeeper rule.
On the restart, looks like Adrian Miller is going to be there to take it. Takes a shot deflected by the Fury. Picked off by Tayu. Tayu, back heel passes it off to Chris Toth.
Beautiful work there, both by Topete and Tayu.
Nice pass down low to Tayu. Tayu. Ball gets picked off by Miller. Tayu, 3 Chihuahua defenders on him. Number 19, David Gonzalez picks things off. Back out on top, reset. Less than 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Frank looks a little slow moving, getting back to the defensive end there. That 3-on-1 might have taken a toll on him.
The Fury need Frank to be as healthy as can be. Frank got beat up last season, but despite him getting beat up, his playoff run was fantastic. He led the entire league in points. He led the entire league in goals throughout the course of the playoffs. Again, Frank Tayu, not a player to mess around with. Nestor picking things off. Berto out to Pacheco. Pacheco with some space, passing it off to Willie Spur. Willie Spur, that ball gets deflected. Shot off of Topete. Deflected. Chihuahua. Enrique Cañez, not the man you are with the ball. There's a shot picked off by Chris Toth. 9 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Folks, if you are just tuning into this broadcast right now, we are deadlocked. 2-2, Ontario Fury 2, Chihuahua Savage 2. This has been an exciting match tonight here on Hump Day, live from Toyota Arena.
It's really been fun so far, Philly. Both teams feeling each other out, feeling this early season out. Both teams really not wanting to risk a lot of numbers forward so far. We haven't seen quite the track meet we were expecting.
No, we expected quite the track meet. We expected a lot of goals. Again, both teams getting a feel for each other. Still an exciting matchup nonetheless. Israel Cisse passing the ball out to Tayu. Tayu with a shot off of the boards. Nobody there. Chihuahua picks things off. Aguirre, whistle on the turf.
Looks like we've got a little bit of advertising that's come down on the sidelines there. The referees are running over to take care of that real quick. That would be our whistle for stoppage in play, as it appears as though one of our advertisings has fallen loose real quick, and the refs are getting that cleaned up, and we'll be right back to action here in just a moment.
Dasher down, baby. All right, back in action. There's a whistle.
Looks like an attempted 3-line pass there from Chihuahua. That's going to cause the whistle and the restart for the Fury.
8 minutes and 9 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. This match is tied even, deadlock 2-2. Thiago Gonzalez there on the restart by the yellow line. He passes it off to Pacheco. Pacheco, that ball gets deflected off of Escalante. Chihuahua on the counter. Oh, and it's Justin Stinson pressuring things. Tayu. Marked by Valle. Back to Stinson. Stinson wisely resetting the ball back out to Thiago Gonzalez.
Gonzalez calling for the line change there.
Pacheco coming out. In comes the captain, Israel Cisse. Izzy back out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez threading the needle, trying to find Tayu. Tayu knocking the ball off, but it gets picked up by Kike. Chihuahua Savage on the ball with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Stinson utilizing the boards in his favor with a pass, trying to find Tayu. Tayu with some fancy footwork, gets some space off the boards. Munoz picks things back up, lets her rip, trying to find Hugo Puentes. Stinson on.
Frank having some words with the ref there. He certainly felt like there was more than appropriate contact.
And it's De Leon. De Leon out to Berto. Berto back out to Stinson. Stinson to Tayu. Tayu trying to create some space. Stinson on it. With a shot. Deflected off of the boards. Ruiz off of the boards. Out to Hugo Puentes.
Puentes has Cañas on the far side, but just couldn't find him in time there.
6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Again, we are deadlocked 2-2. Miller pressured by Hernandez. Munoz down low. Keeper to keeper.
Keeper on keeper action there.
Keeper on keeper action. Toth to Berto. Berto pressured. Out to Toth. It always makes me nervous to see the keeper this far out. But if it's Toth, not as nervous as I would think. Hernandez. Whistle. Foul on Chihuahua. Let's take a look at the replay.
Definitely we see Toth bringing the ball out to Superman on the boards here. He just gets tied up. Looks like Adrian Miller who gets in there with a little too many.
And it's Topete to Nestor. Nestor back out to Berto. Berto trying to create some space, passing it out to De Leon. Happy to have De Leon back here. De Leon, if Mesquite would have come back, De Leon might have been back down in Texas. We love having De Leon back here in Southern California. Topete to De Leon.
Well, sadly, no Bad Boys of Barbecue this year.
Can't wait to have them back. We'll welcome them back next season. Good deflection. Nestor picked up by De Leon. De Leon over the boards from Spur. Back to De Leon. De Leon. Good pressure by the Chihuahua Savage. On the counter. Looks like, is that Flaco? Good ball movement by Flaco. And that ball, and good defense by Berto.
Well, Flaquito, meaning the skinny one, obviously not big enough there to body up on Berto.
Berto, the defender of the year last season. You're not going to get by Berto without trying. That ball goes out of play, comes back to the Chihuahua Savage. We have a whistle. And a timeout. Immediate timeout. 4 minutes and 55 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. The score, the Chihuahua Savage 2, the Ontario Fury 2. We will be back in just a moment with a commercial powered by Ford.
Available interior work surface to work it out up front. Plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
We're back at Toyota Arena. We'd like to take a moment to shout out IEHP, our health provider. Don't forget to take your shot. IEHP is providing free vaccinations to all our fans, offering care that you can trust. Visit IEHP.org to learn more. Looks like managing partner Jeff Burham has run across the pitch in order to take care of that advertising issue. A man of many talents.
You got to listen to the second to last episode of Striking Fury. Jeff Burham, a figure in this community doing a lot of amazing philanthropic endeavors. Jeff Burham, got nothing but love for you. Jeff Burham has all the say within the Ontario Fury, and he does a lot of amazing things within the community of Ontario. Listen to the second to last episode of Striking Fury to learn more about that.
Well, first of all, you should listen to every single episode of Striking Fury with Philly the Panda and
I
the
didn't want to throw a shameless plug in there, but I appreciate that.
Oh, that's what I'm here for.
It was Philly and the Panda, but it's Philly the Panda and the Doctor.
So proud to be joining you and your lovely wife on the podcast. It's been a fantastic journey, the lovely world of MASL soccer.
I love indoor soccer. I love this game. I know all of you out there listening to us love this as well, and we are beyond fortunate to be a part of that.
And speaking of the L word and Jeff Burham, a man we have nothing but love and respect for.
Hold on. Before that, shot by Stinson off of the boards. Uzi kicking it back out to Cisse.
Jeff, of course, amongst many things, one of the major providers of affordable housing for folks here in the Inland Empire. A good man all the way through. And a heck of a golfer, too, Philly. Did you see his hole-in-one during the offseason? My goodness.
Look, when people ask me what my handicap is in terms of golf, I tell them I don't play well, so it doesn't even matter. But Jeff, a heck of a golfer. Again, a community leader. We got nothing but love for our owner, Jeff Burham.
I caddy like a champ.
You caddy like a champ? I'm very successful at being at the 19th hole. Let's just put it that way.
I'm a professional cigar cutter and drink holder. That's what I'm good at.
Well, you are a sommelier, so you are a welcome addition to any household fiesta.
Well, if you're looking to pair a single malt with those beautiful sticks, come see me. But if you're looking for me to end up anywhere near the stick with a ball, I'm not the right person.
No, you are the doctor, but the doctor of sommelier, the doctor of a lot of things. Well, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, getting back to the game. Frank Tayu, that ball gets picked off. Berto, fortunately there's a line change for the Chihuahua Savage. We're at 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Willie Spur. Back out to Berto. Berto pressured by Puentes.
He hasn't found himself on the score sheet, Philly, but I've been really impressed with Willie Spur so far in this game.
Look, Willie Spur, again, is going to make a lot of Fury fans ask Charlie who. I promise you that. It's early in the season, but that will happen. Uzi, back out to Izzy. Uzi to Izzy, that's a great pod. De Leon, creating some space. Oh! We had Munoz well out of place. The ball comes off of the ref. That was a near opportunity for the Fury to come in and take the lead. Nothing there. De Leon, Willie Spur with some space. Shot. Boom! Golazo! Golazo, Willie Spur!
Well, the commentator's curse, but in this case, perhaps the commentator's blessing. We say his name, he finds the back of the net. Let's check this one out on replay. Fury able to pressure against the boards, get the turnover. Ball comes out to Willie, and he has a beautiful independent effort. Off the post, slots it in. Absolutely nothing Terry Munoz could do about that. And it is Fury 3, Los Perritos de Mexico 2, as the Fury take the lead here late in this third quarter.
Look, Willie Spur, again, we said he's going to fill a Charlie-sized hole in the midfield. Last year, during the regular season with Tacoma, throughout the course of 6 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. He didn't get tested or utilized as much. And this season, with Ontario, he has free reign. We were watching this within the first 2 quarters. He was very unselfish. If Willie Spur takes it upon himself to do what we know Willie Spur can do, he is going to be an unbelievable player, not only on this team, but in this league.
Are you saying that the Fury need to free Willie?
I got nothing clever to say with that.
I got you with that one, Philly.
You totally
the man with everything to say is stunned.
A Willie Spur stunner. You left me there. Berto dumping it down low. Munoz, minute 40 seconds left to go. Chihuahua. And it's the Fury with with 3-2 right now.
First lead of the game.
First lead of the game. Flaco. Marked by Spur, dumping it down low to Puentes. He is marked. Good defense by the Fury. Gonzalez. A lot of action down low. There's the whistle. Looks like it's going to be a foul on the Fury. We got a Smurf. There is a Smurf sighting. Papa Smurf in the house.
We're going to get a replay here. It looks like Willie Spur is going to be charged for a high elbow to the face here, although the Fury seem to be contesting, but we shall see as the ball comes back to the board there. Looks like a little bit of shoulder to face there. I'm not, well, yeah, definitely the elbow comes up there, catches him in the face. That's going to be a trip to the sin bin for Mr. Spur.
All right, he tried to show him a little bit of the how's your father, and as a result of that, the Chihuahua Savage are on the power play. And as we mentioned, the Fury last season with the penalty kill of 46%, at this point, they don't have a good penalty kill because there was a Chihuahua Savage goal scored throughout a power play.
They are 0 for 1 so far in the season. You said it, Philly. Can they manage to bring that average back up? A chance to improve it by 50 points right here.
Yes. Minute 18 left to go here in the third quarter. Flacco passing it up. Good defense by Berto. Munoz passing it back to Macias.
Ball cannot come back to Munoz unless the Fury touch it at this point.
Puentes back to Flacco. They call him Skinny, folks. That's the nickname they gave us. I don't know if you want me to call him Macias or Flacco. It doesn't matter. I'll call him what we call him. Flacco to Puentes. Puentes back to Macias. All right, this is clearly a fun game of touch and go. 43 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. So there's some space. Shot off of the boards. Another shot high off of the boards. Puentes. 30 seconds to go. Off of the boards. Cisse there to pick things up. No whistle. Open. Oh, off of the boards.
Oh, that touched the crossbar right there at the top. Saved by the aluminum.
Macias to Puentes. Puentes back out to Flacco. 6 seconds left to go. Will the Savage get one off right before the end of the whistle, the third quarter? And that is the end of the third quarter. It is the Ontario Fury 3, the Chihuahua Savage 2. We are 75% done with this matchup. Fury up 3-2. Fantastic game thus far. We are moments away from the start of the fourth quarter.
We'll be back for the final 42 seconds of the power play right after this message, powered by Ford.
Available interior work surface to work it out up front, plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
Better start saving up for that one, kid.
We would like to shout out those beautiful new uniforms the team is wearing today, brought to us by Capelli. Of course, the officials for today's match brought to you by Capelli. Capelli, the official uniform sponsor of the MASL. Beautiful, beautiful new kits. You can pick up yours at OntarioFury.com. You got our whites that we're rocking today, those beautiful red and black kits we saw last week as well, too, all available at OntarioFury.com. I love them, Philly. What are your thoughts?
I mean, look, this team is about breaking hearts and setting trends in multiple facets, whether it be the play on the turf, whether it be the broadcast, whether it be the production, whether it be the uniforms. Look, hashtag championship bound. It comes in from the front office down to the mascot striker. We want to take care of business.
Amen. Capelli helping us do that with these beautiful, beautiful new uniforms this year. Be sure to pick up yours. Get it customized. I'm looking to get one. Philly and the Doctor, what do you think?
I love it.
What number are you getting on yours?
20. I would get 80 because that was the year I was born. And, I might be saying my age. But, hey, we got another shout-out to give. And, hey, it's Flight. It's a ball that you are more than familiar with, John.
Oh, the official match ball of the MASL is designed and produced by Flight, expertly designed for the indoor game. Flight is the premier partner of choice. Flight, challenge everything.
So coming into the start of the fourth quarter, the score is 3-2. It's still a tightly contested match. But if we're looking at the stats, it's the Fury with 17 shots to Chihuahua's 4. So clearly the Fury are taking care of business on the defense. The Chihuahua Savage with only 4 shots, but yet they still scored 2 goals. So a 50% scoring line is pretty good. But the Fury have been knocking on the door much more often than Chihuahua is.
Well, let's speak of knocking on the door. The Chihuahua Savage almost netted their 3rd goal. Saved by the crossbar there were the Fury.
Escalante.
I guess it falls under make 'em count.
Look, at the end of the day, it's all philosophy. If the ball doesn't hit the back of the polyurethane, none of this matters. Good defense by Fury. Macias out. Picked off by Tayu. It's Puentes. Not the guy that you want to see with the ball. There is a whistle down on the turf.
We still got about 10 seconds left of the man advantage for the Chihuahua Savage. Whistle gives a restart to Chihuahua.
Again, happy to be back here in Toyota Arena. 8 long months. 8 months goes by in a fast-paced time period when you're in a pandemic, wouldn't you say?
We got a timeout called by Chihuahua on the field, and with that, we're going to go back to a replay of the goal here in just a second, or should I say the near goal. We want to go ahead and take a look at that ball ringing off the pipe here in just a second, Philly. As we can see there, the ball gets turned over. Oh, my goodness, so close.
I mean, that was beyond close. I mean, that's an eyebrow raiser. But thankfully for the Fury, that there is no goal. Wow. Kike Cañas nearly had his 2nd goal of the match.
Looked like he was running to celebrate as that ball was heading towards the crossbar. And Toth, vertical at the moment, tried his best, but nothing he could do on that one. Absolutely saved by the metalwork.
It's all philosophy unless it hits the back of the polyurethane, and you can quote me on that. We got a dance cam at Toyota Arena. Again, looking down at Toyota Arena, it's so nice seeing fans in the stands. It's so nice being back in Toyota Arena. It's so nice being back to civilization. MASL alive and well here in Southern California. Off of the restart. Chihuahua. There's the ball. Golazo!
That looks like it was spilled in off the chest there. I'm going to have to catch a replay to see exactly how this finds its way into the back of the net. But certainly Chihuahua are celebrating. Looks like Gonzalez, the goal scorer.
Let's take a look at that replay once again. It's Macias off of the restart. He
Gonzalez
lets one go.
Runs in. He runs through. Questionable interference on that. You have to wonder, but it finds its way into the back of the net. Referees have awarded the goal. It's 3-3 with 14 left to go in the 4th quarter, Philly.
Look, it wasn't pretty, but it was something, and as a result of that, we're deadlocked at 3-3 with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the matchup. Gonzalez, that ball comes out. Restart comes back to Chihuahua Savage. I would have anticipated a much higher scoring game. It's 3-3 right now. And I would have said it's the team with the most stamina that would have come out of this game on top. But everything that we anticipated before the start of this game kind of goes out the window. None of it matters. We're deadlocked 3-3 here on this hump day. Nestor Passing it up. Off of the boards, back to Nestor. Munoz picks things back up. Miller, pressured by Stinson. Oh, dangerous ball, almost picked off by De Leon. And it's Gonzalez. Yeah, he dumps it down low to Chris Toth. Toth out to Willie Spur. Good first touch by the Tacoma Star. Former Tacoma Star, should I say. Tiago.
Ooh, almost a turnover there. That would have been a lot of daylight in front of him heading the other direction.
Berto. Pass back to him from Tayu. Spur. Good pressure by the Chihuahua Savage. Tayu trying to find himself some space. Nice pass to Berto. Picked
Looks
off.
like we have a head injury on the field. Official has whistled a stoppage of play as we've got a Chihuahua Savage player down. Looks like Adrian Miller from this angle, who was signaling a shot to the head and asking for a stoppage of play. We've got a replay coming here. Let's take a look as the ball comes in. Let's see if we can catch where Miller goes down. Looks like he's bodied up against Frank. Goes down right once there. Frank's got the ball, and he's signaling. I don't see a moment there in which he took a shot that we could see from that angle. Not entirely sure. Maybe they're just looking for a quick restart and a breath there, but
can't tell if he got poked in the eye, but the restart occurs.
And it's going to be Savage ball coming out of the restart here, Philly. I'm not entirely sure why. Looks like they're calling a foul, perhaps?
Well, we could argue it as much as we want. Doesn't matter. Chihuahua's got the ball. Another whistle on the turf.
Looks like they're calling a push on Willie Spur there, trying to win the aerial battle.
50-50 ball finds its way back into the hands of the Chihuahua Savage.
By my math, that is Spur's second foul of the half there. He's going to have to keep an eye on that going forward with 12 minutes left here in the fourth. 13 minutes, left in the fourth here.
Off of the restart. Chihuahua out to Escalante.
Nestor had that red all the way. He was almost heading to the man before the ball even came out.
Good pressure by the Fury. Escalante back out to Munoz. Munoz trying to thread a needle. Trying to find Puentes. Good defense by Cisse. Off of the boards. Puentes on it. Macias. 12 minutes and 21 seconds left to go here in the matchup. Been a good game thus far. Again, we were anticipating a much higher scoring game than it's been, but hey, it's been exciting nonetheless. Picked off by Topete. Macias, no whistle on the turf. Macias on it. Dumping it down low, picked off by Willie Spur. Willie Spur with some numbers on him. Good footwork to Stinson. He has a shot. Blocked by Chihuahua. Good defense. Nice utilization of the boards. Chihuahua on the counter. They've got their numbers.
Looks like we've got a delayed call here as well, too, for a foul in the midfield. Great save by Toth, though.
Toth dumping it down low to Frank Tayu.
Advantage played. Now it's Fury ball.
Good defense by the Chihuahua Savage. Berto. Dumping it to Uzi. Uzi back out to Berto. 11 minutes and 19 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Pacheco.
Pacheco took a difficult bounce and handled it well there, able to maintain possession.
Uzi off of the boards, back to Berto. Berto passing it out to Chris Toth. 11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Toth, nice pass out to Tayu. Tayu creating himself some space. Back heel pass to his brother. Uzi trying to create some room. Out to Pacheco. Seuss out to De Leon.
Tayu keeps getting bear hugged there. Surprised we're not getting more whistles on that.
De Leon gets picked off. And it's Stinson. We've got some numbers on this counter. Stinson. Oh, he tries to get cheeky with the ball. That ball gets picked up by. He still has it. He still has it. Out to Gonzalez. There's the whistle on the turf.
Oh, they're calling the foul on Stinson. It's going to be Chihuahua ball. The fans here in
No,
Toyota
the Fury
Arena.
faithful do not like this call. Let's look at the replay again. Let's see what it is the crowd is booing.
They called a shove. You can see the referee making the gesture that it was a push because Stinson clearly gets the ball on the ground there. Looks like they were calling the foul on the move just before that. But I tell you, the Fury are not happy with the officials right now.
No, and there's the foul. It looks like Stinson took a hit. There's a whistle down on the turf.
Looks like Corey Murray, assistant coach for the Fury, beside himself on the bench. Jimmy Nordberg as well, too. Hands on hips. He does not look like a happy man right now.
And that's something we should have probably talked about early on in the game. Not only did the Fury add a couple of players to their roster, but there was a change in terms of the bench itself. LeBaron Holloman, no longer with us. Kevin Curtin, no longer with us. We bring in Corey Murray, a beloved Fury player who was part of our team back in the day. He's on the bench. There's a shot. Boom! Golazo! How the heck did Justin Stinson score that goal? Wow! Gotta look at that replay again. That caught us with our hands in our pocket. Wow!
From an impossible angle, Justin the Stinger Stinson from near the yellow line grabs possession. Looks like he does a little deke 1-2 there, gets the ball back. Look at this move right here, though, to get some space. Just utilizes that quick turn, left-footed strike, and my goodness, a CNI single if it were. Finds itself in the back of the net. The Stinger nets himself a goal. It's Fury 4, Chihuahua 3.
He puts Ruiz in his pocket and scores a freaking awesome goal. Wow, 4-3 Ontario Fury. De Leon, the Fury, doing Fury business. Replay with Fury is on a roll today, Doctor.
Wow, my goodness, it's raining goals in Ontario. We see here a challenged ball out in the corner. Keeper comes out. The ball deflects off of the ref. Just a beautiful play by Berto to get in there. And then, my goodness, once again, finds the space. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. The goals are flying in the fourth quarter. You cannot sleep on MASL action late in the game. The Fury take the lead. It's 5-3 Ontario.
We want to thank the Mesquite. We want to thank Mesquite for giving us George De Leon. He scores for us. It is 5-3 in Ontario. Happy Hump Day in Toyota Arena.
Our second shout out to the Bad Boys of Barbecue for lending us quite a player.
I wouldn't say they lent us him. He belongs to us now. Again, Mesquite, can't wait to have you back. Tatu, a legend in the game, the head coach. He was George De Leon's head coach. Another beloved to Tatu. Willie Spur. No, he's got his numbers to Stinson. Stinson. Oh, what a heck of a save by Munoz.
Munoz using the head there to stop the ball coming in. Stinger almost found himself a second one, Philly.
It is 5-3 with 9 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. And we got a guest in the booth right now here in Toyota Arena. We got Alex Porter.
What's going on?
How you doing, my man? So,
Man.
Alex, he is going to be giving us a halftime production in February. Alex, a legendary R&B singer. This is your first experience with indoor soccer. What are your thoughts in terms of what you've been seeing tonight?
Man, I love it. It's for my first time being here in an indoor soccer atmosphere. Like, it's the words just leave me speechless, man. It's a beautiful environment. Beautiful fans. The Ontario Fury organization from top to bottom is just A+, and man, I couldn't be more excited to be here.
We're absolutely excited to have you not only in the arena but in the booth. And again, we mentioned this in February. You're not only going to be singing the Star Spangled Banner, but you're going to be giving us a halftime production. For those that don't know you, why don't you tell the Fury faithful a little bit about who you are?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. So how's it going, everybody? Alex Porter here, R&B singer or songwriter. I was originally discovered by Whitney Houston herself. Started off as her professional drummer, also drumming for a lot of different individuals in the industry, from big to small, and then I kind of transitioned into singing. Whitney is the one that inspired me to start singing, and the rest has been up from there. I just released a huge Christmas single. So just released a huge Christmas single, Christmas with You, and just putting out good music, good R&B, you know, and pushing, you know, just excited to bring back good music.
Look, if the legendary Whitney Houston discovered you, you are clearly a legend in not only my eyes, and my eyes don't really matter, but at the end of the day, a lot of eyes matter. Whitney found you, and we're so excited, humbled to have you here. And again, you're witnessing a pretty good game right now.
Yes.
It is 5-3, your first time within indoor soccer. What has impressed you the most about this game?
The atmosphere, the arena itself, just to know that being here at the Toyota Arena, how they can just transform this into just a soccer field, it's just amazing. Like, I'm blown away. I'm speechless. Like, man, it's just amazing. And on top of that, the Ontario Fury is a really good team.
They really are a good team. And, like, look, they're wearing a hashtag championship-bound moniker. It's not because they want to sell merch. It's because they legitimately believe that. And
Absolutely.
You are a part of this. You, again, are going to be singing the Star-Spangled Banner at a match in February. You're going to be doing the halftime show. You are a part of our family, and I want to welcome you. Personally, so happy to have you here. We're so fortunate to have you up here.
That means more to me than you can possibly imagine. I mean, just to be able to be honored here, to sing in that winning energy in February. Listen, everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's tapped in, make sure you be in the building. February 15th is going down. Alex Porter, yours truly, will be here singing the national anthem. Also, I will be putting on a special halftime performance. You know, it's the day after Valentine's Day, so you lovebirds come out.
Lot of love, baby.
Y'all come out and experience the good stuff. It's going down, I promise you. And you know what? I promise to bring the fury.
I love it. Alex, for those that want to follow you, where can they follow you? What social media outlets are there? What website can they follow you on? How do they find and listen to the sultry, beautiful voice of Alex Porter?
You can follow me on my Instagram, official_Alex Porter. Also, tap into me on my website, alexporter.info. Follow me on Twitter, on TikTok. You can follow me just everywhere. For those Google heads out there, Google Alex Porter Singer. I'm everywhere. My music is everywhere. And I promise you, for all the real R&B fans, you will not be disappointed. Why? Because I'm bringing back that real R&B, that real good singing, and I'm ready to touch hearts, touch lives, and use the gift that God gave me.
Is it fair to say you're here to break hearts and set trends?
Not break hearts, but touch hearts.
Fair enough, fair enough. So we got a little bit of time before the fourth quarter resumes.
Sir.
Who would you say some of your biggest influences are?
Man, I would probably say one of my biggest influences is R&B legend Joe himself. Of course, Whitney Houston. Of course, Whitney. Stevie Wonder. I would probably have to also mention Tyrese, Usher, and the list goes on. It's when it comes to just people that help mentor me up in the game, just becoming the best that I can be. It's just the list just goes on, and this is why I'm glad to do what I love to do.
So we got your handle on the screen right there. Alex Porter, Instagram, official_Alex Porter. Folks, Fury Faithful, MASL Masses, listen to this man. If Whitney Houston applauded him,
yes,
obviously, I don't need to say any more. That's a legendary set of ears applauding this man. Again, what is the date that you're going to be performing again?
February 15th is going down. Y'all be here. I promise you won't be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. Listen, February 15th, get your tickets now. Don't wait. Soon as they get green-lighted, be here because I'm going to light this place on fire. I promise. Hey, sexy ladies, it's nice to know you. Get in here now. I promise you. You won't be disappointed.
I mean, the hairs on my arm just came up. Look, the man's here to not break hearts, touch hearts, and set trends worldwide here in Toyota Arena. Alex Porter, can't wait to have you back here. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence here in the booth. Nothing but love. Can't wait to see you in February.
Man, much love to you. Thank you. Let's go Fury.
I love it. Let's go Fury. We're 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's the Fury 5, the Chihuahua Savage 3. This has been an unbelievable match. Alex Porter, thank you so much, again, for gracing us with your presence. From Whitney Houston's ears to our booth, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I got to pinch myself. Wow.
Well, I tell you, you never know what's going to happen when you're this close to Hollywood. The stars are out here at Toyota Arena tonight.
R&B superstars in the booth. My goodness, Philly.
I love this town. I love being in Southern California. I left New York for the greatness that is SoCal. This is fantastic. Anyway, back to the game. And it's Thiago Gonçalves. Off of the boards. And we got a foot race. Flacco. Out to the midfield. Good pressure by the Fury. Nestor Hernandez. Whistle on the turf. Waiting on the call.
Fury are going to have themselves a great opportunity from the restart here, Philly. A chance to put this game away before Chihuahua has a chance to bring that sixth attacker out.
Look, there's 7 minutes and 32 seconds. As we know in indoor soccer, anything can happen. Gonçalves with a shot. Saved by Munoz.
Beautiful shot by Thiago Gonçalves.
Stinson intercepting things with some space. Boom! Golazo! Golazo just in the stinger. Stinson in at 6-3. Ontario Fury against the Chihuahua Savage. Doctor, walk us through this unbelievable replay.
Well, Justin the Stinger Stinson finds the back of the net once again. Let's take a look at the replay here. We got the reset. Ball comes in. Oh, no! The strikers invaded the booth during our replay here. Stinson steals the ball, and what a shot there just to the keeper's left. Finds the back of the net as I'm being assaulted by a mascot here in the booth. It's good times in Ontario.
I've never been happier to be assaulted by a mountain lion than today. This is fantastic. The Fury up 6-3 on the Savage, and we're getting mauled by Stryker.
Oh, an attempt at the back heel there as Toth is able to collect the ball and recoup. It's pandemonium, and yet we are pandaless here in the broadcast booth as Stryker is in mauling us. He's got paws all over Philly. My goodness. Keeper comes out and plays the ball forward to the King. Big Frank takes the ball at the point. Philly, take us back home.
I got a mountain lion like massaging me. I don't know what to say. This is definitely a first in my life. But, hey, look, it's the Ontario Fury 6. Oh, a shot off of the boards. Off of the left side by Frank Tayu. Picked up by Justin Stinson. 6 minutes and 33 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Stryker smells a heck of a lot better than either of us. Oh, my God, that ball gets intercepted by Cañas. Oh, Stinson, good defense. Whistle down on the midfield.
Oh, Jimmy is beside himself on the bench. He felt the foul should have gone the other way sooner, but the refs award Chihuahua the free kick here. And my goodness, Nordberg better keep himself calm there. He's going to earn himself a Tweety Bird, Philly.
We don't want to see any Tweety Birds for, well, it doesn't matter. We're not even going to jinx anything. Puentes, good defense by Tayu.
And you never know what's going to happen in the broadcast booth here at Toyota
No,
Arena.
We got numbers. It's Tayu with De Leon. Tayu to George. George creating himself some space. He takes a shot. Blocked. Good defense by Chihuahua. Good defense by Jorge Gonzalez.
El Miklo himself there getting in on the action.
And that is Stinson to Berto. A shot off of the boards. Picked off by Chihuahua. It's Stinson to Frank. Stinson with a shot off of the boards. Tayu. And there's a whistle. Yeah, that is a clear foul on the King himself. 5 minutes and 38 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. The Ontario Fury 6, the Chihuahua Savage 3. I'm pretty excited right now, as you could obviously hear in the tone of my voice.
I would say between getting to talk to R&B stars, getting mauled by Stryker himself, it's been exciting here in this fourth quarter, and we haven't even talked about the goals that are raining in on the turf there.
It's rain. It doesn't. I don't want to jinx anything. We'll talk about that later. Miller, pressured by Hernandez. Adrian, dumping it.
Yeah, we're seeing roll 12-12C there playing its face once again, as you cannot play back to that keeper more than once.
Off of the boards, that's Escalante. Escalante out to Miller. Adrian passing it out up top. 4 minutes and 46 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. He's trying to create some space against Pacheco. Miller dumping it down low. Back out to Miller.
It's a big couple minutes of defense right here for the Fury. Can they keep that 3-goal lead?
And that ball gets picked off by Uzi. Uzi Tayu kicking it out, clearing the ball.
If
Beautiful play by the veteran captain
Munoz
there.
well out of position, pressured by Nestor Hernandez. He passes it in to Kike. Kike out to Flaco. I'm sorry, that's Adrian Miller. My mistake, folks. Good pressure by Cisse. Quesada. Out to Escalante. Uzi. Good pressure by the Chihuahua defense. 3 minutes and 51 seconds left to go here in the game.
Fury right now happy to just play the defensive end and clear the ball out.
Uzi dumping it down low. It's a foot race. Back to Munoz. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Pacheco. Chihuahua intercepts it, crossing the midfield. Up to Morales. Manuel Morales. Pressured by Cisse. Pass back out to Morales. Pressured by the captain. He passes it out to Flaco. Macias back out to the midfield. Pressured by Tayu. Whistle. Foul on Big Frank.
Frank's got to be careful. That's a couple whistles against him here in this half. He's got to stay out of that foul trouble.
And it looks like Munoz is on the bench. We got a sixth attacker in for Chihuahua Savage. Chihuahua's got the numbers.
Looks like number 33, Brian Macias, that's going to be donning the sixth attacker kit there.
Ball crosses the yellow line. Back out to the sixth attacker. Valle. Headed out by Berto. Valle pressured by Pacheco. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left to go.
Flaquito, a graduate of the Chihuahua University, played for their Futbol Rapido team as well, too. A local boy getting a chance to play for the big team here.
Puentes. Pressured by Spur and Tayu. Passing it down low. Back out to Puentes. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Escalante out to the sixth attacker. Pressured by Tayu. Back out to Escalante. Off of the boards. And it is Chris Toth picking things right back up. Toth is taking his time. We got a timeout on the turf by Chris Toth. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. It is the Ontario Fury 6, the Chihuahua Savage 3. We will be back in just a couple of moments with a commercial break powered by Ford.
Available interior work surface to work it out up front, plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
Philly, I have a feeling that a lot of these goals tonight are going to be ending up on MASL Primetime this Friday. Folks, you got to check in. MASL Primetime is the home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the MASL each week. Catch the latest episode each Friday on MASL TV with Alex Bozchivansky.
Look, if Willie Mays, not Willie, if Billy Mays were here, he would be there to high-five you, my friend. You are doing a tremendous job. And you know who else is doing a tremendous job? The Ontario Fury. The game 6-3 with 2 minutes left to go here in the matchup. This has been a fun, exciting affair here on Hump Day in Toyota Arena.
Harry Munoz back out with the gloves. Oh, looks like he's charging to the bench. Looks like we got a sixth attacker coming back out for the Chihuahua Savage.
We've seen a lot of crazy things happen in the world of sports. We'll see what kind of crazy antics can happen, but Chihuahua Savage has the sixth attacker in, and it is Puentes, marked by Berto. Puentes back out to the sixth attacker. Good pressure by Nestor Hernandez. Ball comes in down low. off of the boards, and it is Chris Toth there to pick things up and clean up the mess. That ball comes in down low. It's Puentes intercepting a ball that was intended for Nestor Hernandez. Minute and 25 seconds left to go. Puentes back out to the sixth attacker. Ball comes in down low to Rene Loya. Loya, a player on M2 that within 8 games scored 31 goals. A fantastic player during his tenure in 2019 with the M2 Savage.
3.8 goals per game, my goodness.
There's a shot saved by Chris Toth, and we are under a minute to go. Under a minute to go. That ball comes in down low. Fury out with the numbers, and it is Frank to his brother. Intercepted by Kike. Puentes.
Interesting that Toth did not go for goal on either of those opportunities. I was kind of looking for the long shot from the keeper.
There's the play off of the boards into the netting. Goalkeeper distribution for the Ontario Fury. 36.9 seconds left to go here in the matchup, and it looks like the Fury are going to spoil Chihuahua's inaugural match within MASL.
It's a game that was close. Chihuahua had the lead for most of the first half, but it has been mostly Fury here in the second half as they've managed to double up on Chihuahua. It is 6-3.
Puentes, marked by Gonsalves. That ball comes out of play. 17.6 seconds left to go.
Yeah, another advantage there for the short boards this year. Last year with the long boards up, that ball would have stayed in play. This year with COVID rules relaxing just a little bit, we got the short boards back. Advantage Fury on that one.
Ball comes in down low to Berto. Picked off. Coming on less than 10 seconds left to go here in Toyota Arena. Loya. He takes a shot into the netting. 3.5 seconds left to go. Jonathan Reimer, it looks like the Fury are going to open their MASL campaign with a win against the newcomers, the Chihuahua Savage. There is the final whistle. It is 6-3. Ontario Fury 6, the Chihuahua Savage 3. It is the Fury with a win on Hump Day. Their opening game, the opening matchup of this season in Toyota Arena. What a fantastic game.
As we see goalkeeping coach Chewy Molina taking Joseph the Jet Kyrell's jersey, the last jersey to exit the Fury bench as the players head out to the field for a handshake and a well-fought, well-deserved home win for the Fury to open up this season with 3 very, very important points, Philly.
So I want to give a shout-out to our buddy Gio, who's part of the Baltimore Blast. He predicted that the Ontario Fury would not win this matchup. Gio, I love you. I'm not here to talk trash, but the Fury are here to take care of business. Again, that hashtag championship-bound moniker isn't initiated to sell merch. It is something that this team, again, from the front office down to the mascot striker, firmly believes. And this is a statement matchup to beat newcomers, the Chihuahua Savage 6-3. This is a very big game and a very big statement done by the home team.
Absolutely. This Western Conference is stacked with talent north to south. Tacoma Stars, Ontario Fury, defending champion San Diego Soccer, of course the Chihuahua Savage. It is going to be hotly contested throughout the course of this season. Game 1 goes to the Fury.
Yeah, we're a couple of moments away from kicking it down to the turf with the beautiful Amanda the Panda Philemon.
Looks like she's nuzzling up against Stryker right now, Philly.
Well, I know as a mountain lion, Stryker can't exactly talk.
Well, before we go pitch side with Panda in just a second here, Philly, do you have any final thoughts on this game before we send it down to your better half?
Why would you say she's my better half? What I think is this is going to be an exciting season of MASL matches. Look, despite the fact that the Chihuahua Savage lost 6-3, they're going to be a phenomenal team to watch. They are exciting. Kike Cañas, Hugo Puentes, the players we needed to watch out for, ended up punching the ball in the back of the polyurethane. They're going to be a team to watch.
Well, speaking of players to watch out for, Big Frank finds the back of the net twice tonight, nets 2 of those 6 goals. An impressive performance from the King. Also impressive performances from newcomer Willie Spur, Justin the Stinger Stinson, picking up right where he left off in the preseason match, finding the back of the net a couple times himself. Impressive performance from the big stars for this Ontario Fury roster.
Yeah, and this is going to be the final, and We're standing by. We're moments away from hearing Panda on the field with head coach of the Ontario Fury, Jimmy Nordberg.
All right, I'm here with head coach Jimmy Nordberg. Jimmy, the first half obviously started a little rough, a little sloppy like you had said, but some adjustments were made. Can you talk about what you guys did going into the second half that helped get us a win?
Yeah, I think we just increased the tempo a little bit. We got a little bit of the rust and nerves out of us, and the fans really, really helped us. They gave us a little bit of energy and a little boost to come out and score goals. Justin Stinson really came out live in the second half, as did George, and Frank was Frank, so it was great.
Yeah, those two things coming together definitely can end in a win for everybody. How important was it having fans back in the stadium for the first time?
Unbelievable. We have the best fans in this league, hands down, and tonight they really helped us win.
I was going to say, a win tonight, our first game, #championship bound. How much does that help to kick this season off on a positive note?
It's terrific, because I think that Chihuahua is one of the best teams in this league, and for us to come out and get a big win here tonight is huge. And now we got to look forward to another tough trip at Florida.
All right, well, great win tonight. Everybody, thank you. Back to you guys in the bed.
Fantastic work there from Amanda the Panda Philemon. Christian Philly Philemon, the other half of this husband and wife duo. Sir, final thoughts on tonight's match.
This was a very good match. This was a statement victory for the Ontario Fury. Again, the Chihuahua Savage are not a team to sleep on. This is a team that is going to be high-powered, high-scoring. They're just getting a feel for what life is like in Major Arena Soccer League. And they're going to continue on with their matches. Look, they're going to be on the road for 3 more games. They're going down to San Diego next weekend. They have another 2 games on the road. They don't have their first game back home until the 3rd week of January. But the Fury, at the same time, this is their only game of the 2021 season. It's going to be a month until we have another matchup. It's going to be the 16th, in which we have another home game. And we're going to go to our highlights right here. We see Enrique Quique Cañas passing the ball off. He opens the scoring line for the Chihuahua Savage.
This is just a beautiful 1-2 there, back and forth. Absolutely fantastic goal. Now let's get the Fury back here. Frank Tayu, he's going to take this one solo. Beats his man with a beautiful little step over move. Left foot, finds the far post. Absolutely excellent work there from Frank.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, this man is hungry. He wants to hoist the Ron Newman Cup trophy. This is his time. He came so close last season. This is his opportunity to shine. Look, you could be an all-star player. Ask Dominique Wilkins of the Atlanta Hawks. You could be as good as you can be, but unless you hoist up a championship, none of that matters. Frank knows this.
Once again, we see Chihuahua Savage finding the back of the net, just beating Toth off of the left knee there. A beautiful shot from the corner. Nothing he can do about it as the ball deflects in there. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Chihuahua. And at this point in time, Fury, we were a little nervous.
Of course we were a little nervous. This wasn't a team that we were underestimating, and they obviously made it a ball game. We're taking a look at the restart. It's Thiago Gonzalez there. He dumps it down low, and there's an unbelievable goal again by the King, wielding his mighty scepter. This isn't going to be the only time you're going to hear me saying this, folks.
Gonçalves with an absolutely fantastic assist here. Just one-timer, puts the ball on a plate for the King, who finds the top shelf. Gonçalves to the King. Oh, we're going to see a lot more of that this year, that's for sure. But Chihuahua wasn't done.
No, Chihuahua made this a game. They fought long and hard, but that's Willie Spur. Willie Spur with an unbelievable shot, beating Munoz, hitting the left side of the cross of the post, scoring a goal. And that's De Leon passing it out to Spur. Great shot. Munoz doesn't have a prayer. And as a result of that, we've got another Ontario Fury goal.
Willie Spur, a name you are going to hear a lot of times from our voices this year. He's got just a wonderful, wonderful right foot. That kid put it in the back of the net. Fantastic stuff, Philly.
And we're taking a look, and that is Flaco Macias. That is one of the first goals of the game, actually.
And you have to wonder if that came off the back heel or if that just spun off his hip. I really want to check out this replay one more time. The ball looks like it comes in. He does just get a back heel to it. I missed that as we were going through the first time, Philly. That is a sensational shot on replay.
Whatever it was a goal. Could have been an accident, could have been made on purpose. Either way, it was a goal. And that was early on in the matchup.
It looks like he was trying that on purpose, and forgive us for missing that the first time through. What a golazo.
Looking at this replay, we had Gonzalez on the ball, passing it out to Justin Stinson. The Stinger himself creating some space with a shot. Look, I can say a million unbelievable things about Justin Stinson. One of, again, an MASL first-team player, fantastic West Ham Youth Academy player, St. Charles, Missouri. Look, this kid is going to be a player to watch out for. I've got nothing but praise for the Stinger himself.
Sensational stuff as we get the next look at the Fury goal here. Oh, my goodness, what a shot. What an absolute golazo.
And that was George De Leon scoring that. Look, folks, it's been an extremely exciting matchup today. We've had a lot of fun up here in the booth calling what we would consider an unbelievable home opener. When it comes down to it, the Chihuahua Savage are heading down to San Diego to play the Sockers on the 19th. The Fury, this is their last home game until next season. Not next season, next month. They head down to Florida, to Lakeland, to take on the Florida Tropics. It's been an unbelievable matchup. We got a lot of MASL action coming to you from Toyota Arena, and we want to say nothing but love from here in the booth. On behalf of myself and the doctor, Jonathan Reimer, this is Philly, the doctor. We want to say thank you to Mike Cepeda, Matt Tyndall, and all the production staff. We got another but love from you here from Toyota Arena. MASL TV, stay tuned. We got a lot of good things coming from Ontario.
We'll see you soon, folks.
Have a good night.